Hi everyone, it's AngelBlade13. Welcome back to my Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix walkthrough. Last time we did a bunch of sort of mini-game stuff, so now this episode we're going to be continuing with the main story. We've got one new world available to us, so let's just do the gummy mission and head to that world.
Full speed ahead!
This is actually considered one of the easier mandatory gummy missions as far as just getting to the world. I noticed during speed runs this is one where people tend to sometimes just put the controller down and just stay in the center. Kind of nice. It's a nice spot for a break, but I'm just going to be playing it like kind of normally for now. Also, I'm going to apologize here. I have a bit of a cold, so hopefully stuff isn't sounding too weird. I was going to think about waiting, but I really wanted to get this episode out. So, here we go. Alright, that's all taken care of, so let's head into Port Royale.
Wow! This place is
Kinda different.
something's up.
Organization 13?
Yes.
Only one way to find out.
So, as Sora pointed out, this world has a very different vibe than all the other ones we've been going to. I'll just take a quick look around. There's a puzzle piece there we can see, and there's a couple treasure chests we can pick up. Alright, so as usual, let's just take a quick look at our abilities. I really didn't change anything since the last episode, and we didn't do much fighting in that one. The one we did, we really didn't equip much different aside from Donald's Limit. Lastly, we got a new drive form from finishing Timeless River, so we're gonna take a quick jump into the future to show that off. Hi guys, it's Future Angel Blade 13. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about Wisdom Form. Wisdom Form uses up 3 drive gauges, similar to Valor Form. This time you need Donald to be in your party, so you'll be merging with him this time. I've unequipped most of Sora's abilities again. The only regular things I have on him right now are Combo Master, Finishing Plus, and the Form Boost, so I can stay in the form a bit longer. Anyway, Wisdom Shot, it changes our attack to shoot, so we shoot sort of magic bullets from the Keyblade. Mobile Action lets us keep using our actions while we're moving. Magic Haste basically speeds up our casting time and lets us do rapid combos. Magic Spice powers up our finishing attacks for magic combos. Retaliating Slash, we've already seen, it's the aerial sort of recovery with a counter. Quick Run is our growth ability for this form. By tilting the analog stick and pressing square, we sort of shoot in a direction for a short distance. Otherwise, we have 2 MP Hastigas, which dramatically increase our MP restoration. So when you run out and you're in MP recharge, it's gonna fill back up very quickly. So anyway, let's transform into it. So here in this form, you notice I sort of just glide around like that. Using Quick Run, I shoot forward in a direction. I have it at the max level, so it's going a lot faster and taking me further. There's the basic combo of Wisdom Form. Notice I really don't attack with the Keyblade like normal. I just do those that quick burst of energy bullets for the normal attack, and then the finisher I do a larger barrage of energy bullets. Though the main point of this form is using magic. As we saw, we fuse with Donald, so Donald's our mage. We want to be using magic a lot more. So the way we cast magic is a little bit different. As you see, the finisher for Blizzard does that sort of shotgun with a wide range, really, for a Blizzard. Fire gives me that wider spread for the fireballs, and they're bigger than the ones we use while we're in our base state. You can see there our magic was recharging a bit faster. Well, it was recharging a lot faster because of the 2 MP Hastigas. And then here, Thunder, the finisher for Thunder does that multiple thunderbolts around me. So, and here's the Reflects combo, which we can't really see because we're not reflecting anything. We have one more spell there, but we haven't unlocked it in the regular game yet, so I'm not going to show it off. Anyway, Wisdom Form is useful for dealing damage from range when you want to sort of just stay away from an enemy. Doesn't do a ton of damage with the regular combo, but it'll be useful for other things. Anyway, Wisdom Form levels up by defeating Heartless. So whether you're defeating a single Shadow or a Heartless boss like the Shadow Stalker and Dark Thorn we fought in Beast Castle, it's still gonna level up by 1 point. So naturally, if you really want to level this form up, try to go to areas where there are lots of swarms of sort of smaller Heartless that you can get rid of fairly quickly. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend this form too much against bosses, but it's definitely going to be useful for dealing with groups of Heartless and a lot of the mini-games that we'll be dealing with later. So that's really it. I do just want to show something with guard and quick run. I have both of those equipped on Sora, so if you just press square while you're not moving, you'll still do guard, and while you're moving forward, you can use the button to do quick run instead. Might take a bit of time to get used to, but you can easily use both. Alright, so that was it. I'm gonna throw it back to present Angel Blade 13. Alright, thank you, future Angel Blade 13. When we're all set, we're gonna just head into the new area.
Aztec treasury?
Aye, and thanks to the curse put on it, we are neither among the living nor the dead.
Really? 'Cause you look like regular pirates to me.
But in the moonlight...
Whoa! Now I get what you were saying. Well, if you see two doofuses and a brat holding a keyblade, steer clear. They got a kind of magic that don't belong in this world, see? And nobody knows what it'll do to you, especially when the moon's showing what you really are.
A match for Barbossa, you say?
Hey!
See there? I knew it. Those are the punks I was telling you about.
Who are you calling punks? It's Sora, Donald, and Goofy to you, and don't you forget it.
That we won't, and we'll engrave it on your tombstone, to be sure.
Whoa, I like your style.
Men, half of you stay here and indulge these cullies. The rest, bring me that medallion.
Aye!
Aw, we only get to stomp on a few of you?
Alright, so we're thrown into a fight with pirates right away. And we're gonna notice, we can't really do anything to them right now.
It's no use. We can't beat them.
Aye, what do you expect? You best be saying your prayers. Hey, watch out, they can see you. Stay away from their magic. What for? Weren't you listening to me before?
Hey, Pete, thanks for the tip.
So, now that they're sort of in the moonlight, we can actually do damage. Magic's really effective against these guys. Blizzard will freeze them in place. Thunder will sort of electrify them so they can do damage to other enemies. I wouldn't recommend using fire. That can kind of damage you a bit too. Alright, so we're gonna explore a little bit more.
Where are you taking me? Let me go!
Elizabeth! Stop! What are they?
It's the Heartless! Watch out!
We'll deal with them. Go! Take cover!
Alright, we got another quick fight. Nothing too serious shows up in here. We start off with a few waves of just shadows. Next we have this enemy called Cannon Gun, which just shoots various projectiles at you. They either shoot them straight at you, or they can launch into the air onto a target. So before advancing, we're naturally just gonna look around this room for treasure, heartless, and some puzzle pieces. And here I did something sort of wrong, but it's good because you can actually see. If the pirates aren't standing sort of directly in the moonlight, then you won't be able to damage them. So you want them out in the open, then you can either damage them with your melee attack or your magic, which is again really useful against them. The pirates come in 3 different varieties. One is the one I was dealing with that has sort of a crossbow that they can hit you from up close and they can shoot you, naturally. There is a reaction command that you can sort of just block and reflect the shot back at them. Next is one that carries a knife that'll just do some regular slashing attacks. And probably the most dangerous one is one that's carrying 2 axes. They'll do some pretty heavy damage up close with some combos. And there is a reaction command you can get on them. So that lets you just sort of backstep a couple times and then you can do a finishing counter at the end. Anyway, I'm gonna take off Dodge Slash because I don't really like using it and it puts me in somewhat bad situations. And this room looks to be clear, so we're gonna head into the next area.
We're too late.
Huh?
Those pirates kidnapped Miss Swan and took her to their ship. Now they've sailed, and I'll never be able to find her.
Then she's long gone. The Black Pearl is nigh uncatchable. Best find yourself another girl, mate.
You? What are you doing aboard the Interceptor? She's off limits to civilians.
Ah, fortunate that I'm going to commandeer her then. She'll make a fine pirate ship.
A pirate?
Captain Jack Sparrow, if you please.
Take me with you. Help me hunt down the Black Pearl and save Miss Swan. I got you out of that jail cell, Sparrow. Do this, and your debt's repaid.
You'll have to win fair lady's heart alone, mate. I see no profit in it for me.
Come on, Captain.
Are you sure you can sail her? All on your own?
You've a point there.
Thanks, Sparrow.
Captain Sparrow.
I'm Sora. This is Donald and Goofy.
I'm Will Turner.
That will be short for William, I imagine. No doubt named for your father, eh?
Yes.
Well then, Mr. Turner, you get us ready to make way. I have some effects to liberate.
Aye, aye. But hurry!
Naturally.
Sora?
You really want to be a pirate?
Of course not.
What do you make of this Will?
I don't know. We just met him.
I think my luck's about to change.
Alright, and we have a new party member. I'm gonna swap Donald for Goofy. I do some usual stuff. First, take all of Jack's items. Take a quick look at his abilities. So No Mercy is a quick combo attack with his sword. Rainstorm, he throws some daggers. Bone Smash, he throws some bombs on the ground. Treasure Isle is his limit attack. And the rest of these are things we've seen. I can take off one of his draw abilities and put on Defender instead. For Customize, I'm gonna switch Donald onto Sora attack, so he'll sort of stay by me, and hopefully he will be more reliable at healing me. Anyway, we can talk with Will here when we're ready to move on.
You can release me. You have your trinket. I'm of no further value to you.
This is no trinket, Missy. This is cursed Aztec gold. one of 882 identical pieces they delivered in a stone chest to Cortez himself.
I hardly believe in ghost stories anymore, Captain Barbossa.
That's exactly what I thought. Buried on an island of dead, what cannot be found except for those who know where it is. Find it we did. There be the chest. Inside be the gold. And we took 'em all. We spent 'em and traded 'em and fritted 'em away on drink and food and pleasurable company. The more we gave 'em away, the more we came to realize the drink would not satisfy, and food turned to ash in our mouths. We are cursed men, Miss Turner. Compelled by greed we were, but now we are consumed by it.
How very sad for you.
There is one way we can end our curse. All the scattered pieces of the Aztec gold must be gathered and restored to the stone chest, and the blood of every soul who touched a piece of the treasure must be repaid. Miss Turner, for 10 years we've searched every league of these waters, every town and village, preying on sailors and settlers alike. 881 pieces we found, but despaired of ever finding the last. All those years, you've been safe in your bed, reading your pirate stories, dreaming of adventures in the high seas. We've endured torments worse than death itself. But now, thanks to ye, we have the final piece at last. When this medallion is restored to the chest, we'll be free to roam the seas as men. No longer will we be ghosts.
And the blood that's to be repaid?
That's why there's no sense to be killing you. Yet. You see, the moonlight shows us for what we really are. We're not among the living, and so we cannot die. But neither are we dead. I've suffered too long. You'd best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. For you see, tonight, you're in one.
So, now we're out at sea. It's pretty nice. There's nothing out in the open right now. We can head down below deck, and there is a Moogle shop here. So, hand over our stuff as usual. Some stuff I could make, but I don't feel like it right now. There's a new weapon for Donald and Goofy. I'm gonna buy them, but I won't use them just yet. So save up if you want, and then we'll head back up. Now to actually go somewhere, we have to talk with Jack. And then we get this cool map, and it shows the different places we have access to. So we want to select the Black Pearl. We get attacked here, and I'm going to use Jack's limit right away. So this is really good for dealing with the pirates. You want to sort of use it when you're standing out in the open in the moonlight, so this sort of keeps them trapped there. You can deal some good damage.
very last piece that went astray, we have returned, save for this. And now, the blood will be repaid to free us from this curse forever.
Alright, none of us really feel like staying here too long, so we're gonna go and check the place out. Fitting this world, we have some new enemies called air pirates. Mostly they do different close-range physical attacks, and they have a sort of dashing attack where they just sort of swoop down on you. Not too bad. Oh, and there I got a very important ability that I'm gonna equip and keep on for the rest of the game. Leaf Bracer. Basically, when I'm casting Cure, I can't be interrupted, so I can't, like, get knocked out while I'm trying to heal myself. I'm gonna put ethers back on to auto-refill. Again, magic will be very useful here with dealing with the pirates. And before I go into this room, I'm gonna summon Chicken Little.
I can do this!
Quick, they're after us!
We'll hold them off. Give us a sign when the ship's ready to sail.
Right. We'll light the signal fire.
So here we've got another 1-minute fight. Just gonna be waves of all three varieties of pirate. So defeat as many of them as you can. It's good for experience and money. The Chicken Little is very good for keeping them in place, and Blizzard's very useful as well. All the pirates do drop MP orbs as well as money, so try to use that to make sure you don't run out of MP. It's just kind of annoying to have to go into MP recharge in general, so... I said earlier we want to try not using fire on these guys. Basically, if you use fire on them, naturally they catch on fire, and they'll start running around like crazy, but if they hit you, they can do decent damage to you or your party members. So stick with Blizzard and Thunder against these guys, and Reflect is very broken, so make use of that when you need to. And I'll just use Chicken Little's Limit for invincibility, and to level up the summon gauge a bit.
The signal!
And now, the blood will be repaid to free us from this curse forever.
No, not yet. We wait for the opportune moment.
When it's of greatest profit to you?
May I ask you something? Have I ever given you reason not to trust me? Stay here, and try not to do anything stupid.
Begone by blood undone. You, maid, your father, was your father William Turner?
No.
I don't understand. What's going on?
Who brought this wench to us?
She said her name was Turner. Come on. Why isn't it working? You need more blood. Get on with idiots.
Hurry.
You there! The medallion! After them, you ingrates!
So we want to talk to Will here, and I guess we're gonna head back to Port Royale. So we get ambushed again. Cool. I'm gonna use Donald's limit to deal with these guys. If you don't want to fight them, you can just go below deck and then come back up and talk with Will again. But it's good to fight them for the money, the experience, and sometimes they drop ethers. Remember, keep them in the moonlight when you can, otherwise they're invincible.
Is it true? You gave Barbossa my name instead of yours. Why choose my name?
I don't know.
Elizabeth, where did you get that?
It's yours. From that day we found you, drifting at sea.
After all this time, I thought I lost it. It was a gift from my father. He sent it to me.
I'm sorry.
Why did you take it?
Because I was afraid that you were a pirate. That would have been awful.
Of course. Don't you see? It wasn't your blood they needed. It was my father's blood. My blood. The blood of a pirate.
How the blazes did you get off that island, Jack?
When you sailed away in my ship and marooned me on that godforsaken spit of land with naught but a pistol and a single shot, you forgot one very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
I won't be making that mistake again.
Then what say you to putting the past behind us, untying these ropes, and letting me negotiate the return of your medallion, eh? What say you to that?
Seeing as how the Black Pearl's mine now, Jack, letting you go doesn't seem to fall within my interest.
Odd. I'm not actually concerned with your interest. Give me back the pearl!
Arr. All right, lock him in the brig.
We're coming up on the interceptor. What do we do, Captain?
What do you think, you idiot?
Will, look!
What now?
I wonder what Jack would do.
I'm not sure. I suppose he'd run for it.
Sounds good to me.
Will!
Everyone hit the deck!
We're just gonna have to fight.
Alright, so now we have to deal with a few waves of these pirates again. I'm gonna summon Chicken Little. And because I got hit, I dropped the medallion. So I want to quickly defeat the pirate that took it, and then pick it back up. There we can see, that one has it. Gotta defeat him, quickly run over it. You can use these cannons for to do damage to the other ship, and I guess delay it from shooting at you, but there's really no point. And again, make good use of Chicken Little. There, I got the summon gauge to level 3. That'll help me keep summons around a bit longer. And I think it's a total of 12 pirates during this fight. Be careful. The other ship is shooting cannonballs, so you can sort of see where it's targeting, so do your best to not stay on that area so you don't get hit. Otherwise, this is really it. I think I'm on the last two now, so just quickly finish them off. Make good use of your magic. Again, I don't want to say there's not one way to play this game, but try not to resort to just mashing X through the whole thing. Use all the abilities you get.
We beat the pirates!
Well, did you know, Daddy?
Jack!
Now then, I'll be having back that medallion. Unless it's more important than their lives.
Barbossa! She goes free.
Go ahead, boy, shoot. We can't die.
You can't. But I can. My name is Will Turner. My father was Bootstrap Bill Turner. His blood runs in my veins.
Aye?
On my word, do as I say, or I'll pull this trigger and be lost at Davy Jones' locker.
Name your terms, Mr. Turner.
Release Elizabeth, and Sora, and Donald, and Goofy too.
Anything else?
Leave, now!
Agreed. Leave we shall. But the Heartless stay.
No fair!
So here's a bit of a weird thing here. Jack is locked into our party, that's fine, but for some reason they unequip all of his abilities. So re-equip him the way you want to use him, and then head out. Oh, and I got a new ability, Aerial Spiral, so when I'm in the air, I can do this sort of buzzsaw attack, sort of homing, not really homing in, but takes me towards enemies a bit. It's pretty useful. So save up and head outside. For this fight, sort of ignore the enemies as best as you can. Let your party members deal with them. You want to quickly get to these barrels, use the reaction command and knock them off the ship. If you let any of them blow up, then that's a game over. So roll with it. And we got an item slot on Sora. And Goofy got second chance. Nice.
All clear.
That's the second time I've had to watch that man sail away with my ship, but I'll be having her back soon enough.
So over here we see a freaky portal. This is another of the absent silhouettes. You can try it out now, but chances are you're not really going to be able to do it yet, so we'll come back later when we're much higher leveled and have a lot more abilities, so we'll be able to handle it without much difficulty. So a couple commentary things that I've noticed from some other people playing through this game. You've noticed, if you've played Kingdom Hearts 1, that in certain worlds, Sora and his team get a sort of form change so they match up with certain things in the world. I mean, Atlantica, we really didn't have a choice because we kind of needed to survive underwater. And Timeless River, we got one, which is good. But here we particularly look off, and generally speaking, have you ever seen like a play where they sort of take some kid in the audience and like have him save the day at the end? Kind of feels like Sora and his team are basically that every time they go to a different world. They just generally don't blend in with everyone else. And it's just particularly noticeable here. So here's a nice area with that big section of moonlight right in the center. So good spot for general combat, but also to use Jack's limit and deal with a good deal of them. Alright, quick journal check. Treasure chests, we got all the treasure chests in the world for the time being. All set. And get ready, when we go through this way, we've got a boss fight, so set up your equipment the way you want, and then head through.
Now, let's be trying this again. The last of the Aztec treasure has been returned. And now, the blood will be repaid to free us from this curse forever. This time for sure.
Ahoy! Treasure, mateys!
Not possible.
Not probable. We were land and we're pirates.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Sora!
Donald Duck.
Goofy, too.
So you want to play pirate? Best save the play acting for the nursery. After them!
No more play acting now.
Thank you, Sora.
Oh, where's Jack?
Jack! Get him!
Huh?
Jack!
You're a fool, Jack Sparrow.
Jack!
Show yourself, Pete! The tide has changed!
See? I told you you'd be needing old Pete.
So, very important first thing, find this guy, the Illuminator. Just finish him off quickly. If Jack is defeated in this fight, that's a game over too, so don't let him lose all his health. Barbossa follows most of the same rules as the other pirates. Magic will affect him the same way, but it's likely gonna not work as long. So just try to keep him in the moonlight where you can actually do damage to him. All your stuff should be pretty effective. I'm gonna pop a potion right now, I'm pretty low. He's got some pretty good combo attacks that can catch you, which he's using here. There is a moment for a reaction command you can catch him with though, and that'll do some pretty good damage. Alright, he's in the shadows now. I gotta back off for a moment. Sort of staggering and just like wandering back into the moonlight, which I haven't seen him do before, but there we go, finish him off. Alright, better version of the fight, started in Valor form. This literally is just the speedrun strategy. So, first immediately find the Illuminator. Should be taken out pretty quickly. Do a full ground combo on him. Wait for him to land. Do another one. And revert. Then I'm just going to do an attack. Attack, Blizzard, then do an aerial combo. Trying to make sure he's staying in the moonlight, and just repeat. Knock him away from the shadows when you can. Aerial combos should finish him off pretty quickly. Remember, because we're using Hero's Crest, we have the air combo boost that's doing a lot of extra damage.
This ain't over!
Right. Care to surrender, Barbossa? Well, enough of this then. What say you we call it a draw?
Jack, how many times do I have to tell you?
Laugh while you can, Barbossa.
I feel cold.
What now, Jack?
Whatever I want, now that the pearl is mine again.
That she is. Thank you, Jack.
I didn't want you hitting me again, mate.
Hey, Jack, good luck.
And remember to be good.
I'm off.
Will!
Good for them.
Uh-huh. Hey, Sora, how come your face is all red?
What? It is not red.
I know who you're thinking about.
You know, for a minute there, I was afraid we were gonna lose Donald to the curse of the treasure.
Yup, me too.
What?
Alright, Port Royale's taken care of. And we got access to 2 new worlds. They look like places we've been to in a previous game. Take a quick look at the journal again. Again, we did get all the treasure chests. And let's take a look at our characters. Our party member, Jack Sparrow. Excuse me, Captain Jack Sparrow. And our enemy, Barbossa. And then just quick check into the Heartless files. Because even though it didn't really fight us, the Illuminator is still a boss, technically. That's all good. Oh, let's take a quick look at our puzzles. Almost there. Just missing one piece. This one's coming along nice. And the rest, not too much yet. But we'll handle that soon. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, share with a friend, leave a comment, all the good stuff. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!